From the Navaho, you're watching 416 and the View, and this is the Navaho.
When did you start creating music?
I started creating music in the studio properly since 2020, and during 2022 exactly, and January. This when I started creating studio music, I can say. But I've been an instrument kid playing music ever since I was a kid, so. In terms of producing and dropping music now, I dropped my first song on January 2022, and this was the same month that I created music. But we can say this is music like that you dropping in on the platform. People, this why I created as a product, as music. But if I'm talking about songwriting, which is probably like the source of word, the music that's coming from, I had been doing it like since but I'm not remembering quite what, but I think this is the most after that songwriting something I've been doing more than just the music itself. I started my first time in the studio creating a beat now with what I finally have written in January 2022 exactly. This one I created, I guess. And then to start doing this and then just drop the music was something that I had to peak from just being inspired by people who are doing it already. So I just feel like sometimes, hey, me also, hey, I have something like probably to say, and I just was like, hey, on the beat, I have to do that. I had to put my voice line on the beat. I write a lot of things, and then it's time for me to do it on the beat also. You know what I mean? So I had to start creating music that way. I can say like doing that and dropping it. That I've been inspired by people doing it that I've seen like really having a goal. Everybody had their goal, I guess, but I felt like whatever I was writing every time, I was called to put it on the beat also and just be able to just create it. That's how I really I've been inspired like to create music, I guess.
Yeah. All right. I know you talked a little bit about it, but let's dive into your creative process, bro. How do you make a song?
Make songs. It's literally the two things that, as we just said. Is if we're talking about a song, it's about for me, I can define it as lyrics and an instrumental, and then deeper than that, a concept. My creative process is just having first, as I just brought, like concept. So if I know that, hey, I'm trying to produce like a music, my first thing right now is, hey, I'm listening to something. Okay, it's sound for real, how it's sounding, what is it saying, but at the same time, what is the concept? Like what's behind it? So my first thing probably when I'm literally do that every day. I'm not trying to say the creative process is just like an everyday thing, but sometimes it just happened that a whole week a creative process might be different than another week. So I'm just giving an example, just throwing it the simplest way I could. I have a concept, and then writing now is just being, I'm gonna follow what I believe in that. So to just describe it through the process, and just start to be about that concept. Okay, I say this, I say this, I say that. So now I know from this point I have a song. After that, I can be like, okay, I have a hook. Might sometimes just a hook that might come. So, this is another week. You know, a hook might just come, and then I'm like, oh, this is catchy. I create a concept. You know, now the concept is created. I can just be like, oh, okay, I write. This is because I'm more of a songwriter, and then to have like the beat as something that me personally, I always have to be listening to a beat while I'm literally writing. I can't write without a beat, but I can't write a poem without a beat. I can write a song without a beat. I can write a poem without a beat. So a song, literally, if I'm doing it, I'm finishing it. But the whole time is just me listening to a beat as a creative process, and me writing down while I'm listening to the beat with a concept, following the concept only from what I'm understanding. This is all my creative process that I can see as the key.
I bet. And then, how would you describe the music you create? Like, what genre would you put it in?
I describe my music as therapeutic. I, I really had to discover what music made for me to be able to put it out. So I call my music really therapeutic music.
Is it therapeutic when you make it also?
Really therapeutic. And I can only when bring something example, somebody listen to the music, they have a judgment, which is now me saying, okay, I put this is therapeutic because it's me saying it, and it's me creating it. It's being therapeutic from me to me. Now it can't be therapeutic to whoever for real that listens because it's therapeutic. So now doing saying that it's therapeutic for me is the key to everything because I'm thinking that creating the process not only evolves around me at all, and this is why I feel like being therapeutic music made me just realize that everything is just the music itself.
How do you say your artist name? Because I don't want to butcher it.
Yeah, done about my artist name is literally if I could describe my artist name, right?
Yeah, no, like what's behind the story of it?
Okay, Navajo is my real name. Navajo, this is my born name. It's just my middle name. And Don, I've been hearing Don my whole life. I'm gonna say this, Don is just a name that came to me. And but I just used to hear Don. Don just came to me and then I knew what it meant. As soon as I knew what it meant, then I feel sometimes when people started like, calling me just out of nowhere, this, I just was like, oh, okay. Music was not even something yet that I was out, but Dunn just came as one of my name, but Navajo was just my name, and I can put this out. Literally, I just had a look maybe that the host it was something that I know when watching people was like, oh, okay, this is something that, and after that, there was also any type of done like we couldn't know, but this is one of the first where I think I watched and I was like, I heard done. This is one of the first. Beside that, Navajo, as I said, is just my middle name, and the Navajo itself just means therapy to the game. Yeah, this is the definition of my name. I feel like it is. The definition of my name is what I'm trying to do with my name.
Yeah, for sure, bro. Are you from Ottawa originally?
No, I'm Haitian born and raised, but I have been in Ottawa for a minute now.
What's the music scene out there? What are people bumping out there?
The music scene out there is really, 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 really fire. Not gonna lie, the music out here is really therapeutic. Like I feel like me, I grew up listening to a lot of different things. Like I could listen to a lot of things at the same time. This all my as was as I told you to be inspired for me to do something. But the Haitian music scene out here, I grew up with a generation probably would listen to. We have as Haitian, like, as the culture probably that is what it represents, the most humble way I can say it. And out here, if I can talk about rap personally, because this is what I do the most. You have Baki out here. Y'all probably should just know by a lot of music that they made. We have Steve J. Bryan, the guy that had impact my generation. That there's a lot of like Haitian, and we have Gino, someone that inspired my generation. Also have FEP out here. Those guys are they're all guys that represent, and I can see Cat 4-7 also. Cat Sit, that's how they call it. Those guys have been for my generation, like what we can call really influential. And the music scene as what they do and how they move is it's a lot inspired and a lot coming from what we can say the mainstreaming today, but they still have been able to just have really like the impact on a lot of us. So me personally, I support a lot of youngs right now that I know have the same vision as those OGs that are right here, because I feel like wherever right now I could lead what's supposed to be led. I'm feeling like the Haitian music scene haven't got the light on it, as the streamings or whatever that is mainstream nowadays. And as I said, me personally, I listen to it at all. I was listening to the mainstream for real, but where I was coming from, the music scene, the impact it had on my generation of really us growing, raised in Haiti, like the real Haiti, it had a real impact on us. And I'm really someone who's seen a difference between here and the mainstreams and where I'm coming from. And I've been doing music ever since there also. So for me, the impact was even a little bit different as for what I came and represent afterwards.
Another thing I want to ask you about is what artists do you want to work with?
The list would be like a long list.
Give me your like top three.
A top three of artists I would have want to work with. I don't have a top three because if I start being like I have a top three when I don't even have why I want to do a song with them for right now, it's not gonna make sense, because if I'm gonna be doing like a right now top three, I would just put myself on a song where the top three, I gotta do a song with the top three to have a top three. So I cannot really just have a top three, unfortunately. But there's a long list.
What advice do you have for new artists that want to hop into the game?
Yeah, this is like a jam I would give to, and like young, because I would want to talk to the kid of me that was doing that instrument. So to again of me right now that's 21 and a lot of new that can be this year. I feel like I had advice like in a way, which is yo, this is the key to doing music, man, and being an artist. So if you feel like you create art, just call yourself an artist. At the end of the game, at the end of the day, me, this is what I call myself: an artist, a rapper, and a songwriter, or whatever. But if you start right now, you say you're an artist. Just know it's not just being either a rapper or being an instrument player or just art. It just can't be art or music, but find yourself a purpose. As soon as you find yourself a purpose, it's probably gonna be the thing you'll be like, damn man, that's hard to just find. You spend time doing that. And that's called like process. Some people gonna tell you, yo, trust the process, go with the flow, or they tell you like, ah man, the process will just come to you, and then me, I'm gonna tell you, bro, just fall in love with the process. If you can't fall in love with the process, you would never understand the process. So the process itself, as being the artist, is just throwing yourself first in the crowd. Sometimes you're gonna throw yourself in the crowd and you're not gonna understand that. And because they go, you know what the crowd gonna tell you? It's gonna be from the crowd that you listen what to do. From the crowd gonna tell you, go there, this is what to do. Go there, this is what to do. So if you throw yourself in the crowd and you listening to the crowd, then that's where you're gonna get, sometimes fall in love with the process. From the process, then if you can love like whatever is going on and you can learn from it as an artist, just know that you're gonna find who your true identity is as an artist. From there, now you can't pull yourself and be like, say, okay, this is where me, I believe my art. This is what it is, and it has its representation. And my advice to you would be like, as soon as you find that, keep going that way. Just find your purpose. Whatever that you need as hell is gonna come with it. Trust. And this is all I could say to others for right now, as being in my career. I hope I can know more in the future and just feel some more. But for right now, that's all I could give to a cat or whatever as a new artist.
Hey, bro. Any new projects you got coming out?
Oh yes, I have an album that's coming out. It's called "I Will Pay Your Therapy," and I don't have a clear date for it, but it's a big concept and project that's really one. And this is the only album that can drop anytime. But in the days upcoming, I'm dropping a French song also. Surprise for my people on the 30th of like October. Yeah, yeah. I'm driving on the 30th of October. Feel and nobody know. That's not knowing yet, but I'm supposed to drop that one.
Let me introduce you to the done. Be silent, no question. If you talk, careful with your tongue. Slow it, no pressure.